Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, October 6th, and I can hear myself on echo. Let's see. Let's try to figure out why that is. While I'm doing that, I want to say hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great week. Week's almost over. Weekend's almost here, and we're gonna make the most of it. So let's hang out together tonight. I have something narrowly focused in mind. I know I struggle a lot with kind of being all over the place. I'm like one of those cats where if there's that red light shining somewhere, I'll just look at it. I've always been that way. I'll try to be less that way tonight, and we're going to focus a little bit more on a data science project from start to the end, where we're going to create a Kaggle data set. So what do you guys think? You want to join me for the ride? If you do, you're in the right spot. All right, who's ready to go? Do we have anyone in chat? Do we have a chatter there who's willing to take the risk to expose themselves? Not in that way, just to make it known that they exist in the chat. Anyone? Somebody? Anyone? Looking over on my... Okay, there we go, Leonard. I think that's, yeah, Leonard, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. First time chatter too. Hope you're doing well. I hope you like data because today we're going to use it. Also, something I'd love someone to check if they're able to. I think I have text to speech set up. But I don't know how to test it. Yeah, that didn't work. Hello from Vietnam. How Dong says, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so let's get into this. We are going to create a Kaggle data set from start to end. We're going to do some exploration of that data, and it's going to be a good old time. So I'm so excited that you're here with me. Let's just bring this up. Okay, we got my, let's close these other windows. We got my Kaggle page here. As you can see, the 4 categories, and 3 of the 4 have the gold color, and 1 of the 4 it is this reddish color. And yeah, so I would like to get this to be a gold color too, but in order to do that I need some good Kaggle data sets, so we're going to do that tonight. The chat is ready to display messages, it says. Okay. All right. So here's my thought. We can find some data on the intranet. The intranet has a lot of data for us to go after. And if we go into the datasets section and check this out, there are flight delay datasets already on Kaggle. Some of them are pretty popular, but they're all fairly old. If you look here, a lot of these are 2 years ago, all the way to 6 years ago. And I think some of these were uploaded, but this one was actually uploaded by the Department of Transportation. And I'm thinking about some data about a boat that crashed. There's a boat that crashed. Oh no, that sounds not fun, G. Let's try to check out this flight delay data. So these are all pretty old. This is interesting that this one came out in February 2020, right before all the traveling and stuff slowed down. But I did search this up before. I haven't gone very far with it, but flight delay database. So it does look like the US government tracks these. The Bureau of Transportation Statistics. How cool is that? There's a Bureau of Transportation Statistics, and we can grab the data from here and make a Kaggle data set. I think it would be a little bit more up to date than those that are like 2 and 3 years old. So I haven't really read all this. Maybe we should just skim this. So over time, both code and name of the carrier may change. Okay, so this is just noting that airlines change names sometimes and they merge with other airlines. Make some data with NumPy, Bradley says in YouTube. I will try. NumPy, is foundational to pandas, and we're going to be using a lot of pandas. So indirectly, we will be using NumPy. If you don't know about NumPy or pandas, check out my videos on pandas because that'll get you started. But if you're going to work with data, especially data that's tabular, like a spreadsheet, you have to learn pandas. It's a must, and you can't get by without it. So this is marketing carrier on-time performance beginning in January 2018. So if we go all the way back to January 2018, we have like 4 years of data, right? Maybe more. Can I count? I guess almost 5 years of data. So let's go to this download page. Now I noticed here when I first went here, there's all these things that we can check, but they do have a pre-zipped file option, which I've already downloaded into my download directory. So let me open up my terminal here and show you it here. I was looking at some let's make a directory called flights and move on time to the flights directory. And then we're going to go into that flights directory and unzip this. Talk about a long file name. I can't think of a longer file name than this. At least they use underscores. Big no-no in my experience, in my opinion, if you have file names or folders with spaces in them, that's not cool. So at least they have underscores, but the length of this, use an acronym, people. What do I do for my day job? G, I work with data in my day job. I actually work with sports data, performance data, and it's a lot of fun. I love my day job. Although my day job has been so fun lately that I don't really have time to do stuff on Kaggle other than when I'm on stream. So that's the only downside, is I haven't been able to actually compete in many competitions. But, I'll take it. Okay, so this is an HTML file with all the descriptions of this data. And now that we've unzipped it, let's just... Okay, so how big is this? This is 200, I know it's a little hard to read because this is such big text, but this is 266 megabytes of data. That's not that big. Do you work for a team? Are you even allowed to say? Oh, I don't work for a specific team. I work for a company that works for the league for professional football here in the U.S. So we work for them. We also work for, it's not the only thing that we do, but main customer is that. So I get to work with data that's involved with something that I also love and enjoy as a fan. Big plus. Also, how do you get background color for your terminal on my Z shell? There are a few different ways you can get your terminal to look like this. I'm in what's this? I'm in Ubuntu and I'm using the mate terminal. And in your profile settings, you can set up colors. So I think I'm just using... Does this look cool? I feel like this one kind of looks cool. But I tend to use this theme. I'm also using Tmux, which in itself can apply some color settings. But I think just doing it in the terminal usually works a little bit cleaner. So that answers your question, G. G, thanks for asking the question and hanging out. People in chat, let's hear it. I don't want it to be quiet here. Okay, so move on-time performance, parentheses, beginning. Geez, I need a backslash because of that parentheses. So we're going to move this and rename it and call it flight data 2018 to 2022.csv. All right, a little bit simpler of a name. And let's open up IPython. Actually, I'm going to activate my second Kaggle. And then we're going to open up IPython. We don't need to do anything more than IPython. So we're going to use pandas to read the CSV. Let's call it a data frame. Flight data. All right, so it's pretty big. 266 megabytes. It looks like some of the columns are having issues because, and this happens when the data types are kind of inconsistent. Valfer, thank you for saying test, test, test in chat. Now I know someone's out there. We're just going to take a laid back approach today and just have some fun. Why does it say that there's an unnamed column? Unnamed 199? Let's look at this actual text file. So I'm going to open this up in downloads flights. And then I'm going to open up this flight data in Vim. Oh, it's going to be too big. Let's head this. This last column looks like it's called duplicate. When we open it in pandas though, oh wait, we already did that here. This other tab. When we open up it here, there's a duplicate and then there's another column. So let's look at the unnamed 119 and do value counts on this. Is it just a null? It's completely null. All right, we'll just let that be. I think this is good to make a Kaggle dataset with. Let's go ahead and turn the dark theme on, shall we? US flight delay dataset 2018 to 2022. Is that a catchy enough name? Hey, someone gave me a 99-cent shout out. Thank you, G. I'm like, I feel like I'm on a street and I'm trying to perform for you and you're just tossing money into the hat. I've never had that happen before, or maybe once before. That's pretty cool. Hey, can you can have your cake and eat it too. Deployer equals subita, ggplot equals plot9. ggplot2. Oh, you're saying that it's like R? David J. Jackson's always talking about R in my chat. I'm never going to buy into it, man. It's too late for me. Try to get someone that's actually going to switch over to using R. I'm too far gone, man. I've seen the light of Python. I just heard about plot9. Valfer, if you watch my YouTube video explaining all the data visualization libraries in Python, you would have learned about plot9. It's there. If you do exclamation point YouTube in Twitch, or if you're already on my YouTube page watching this live, it's somewhere here. It's not a popular one. It's not going to show up under popular. Python data visualizations. I go through all of them. Seaborn, Bouquet, Plotly Express, Plot9. Here you go. Watch that. We're going to turn this off on this page. All right. Is this a cool enough name? I don't need to add US. Try doing regression with stats models, and that's garbage. What are you talking about, G? I'm using R for my stats class. It's actually really good for statistics, but everything else, Python wins. I agree. So the stats model package in Python tries its best, but has some major flaws. So if you're doing straight up stats, I mean, there are things that are just, it's good. It's really good. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, if at all possible, I will avoid it. Because of all the time I've invested. It's more about me. I'm being selfish here when I'm saying that I won't get into it. It's more about me being lazy. So we're going to add this file, which is 287 megabytes. We're going to add our README file. And we are going to do some exploration, folks. The only other question I have is, should I make a Parquet version? I tend to like doing that just because I can do this. I can read it as a CSV. Hey, Mozart. Mozart, welcome to the family. You're part of the family now. I appreciate you being here. We're making some data sets. Let's call this Parquet. So the reasons why I like the Parquet format is because, look right here, it's only 10 megabytes now, as opposed to 266. It's a very sparse data set. A lot of parentheses in that CSV file that are not necessary when you can compress them with something like Parquet. So let's go ahead and open that, or sorry, upload that as well. Someone's got to teach me how to get this text-to-speech working. So, because I've tried so many times, it's still not working. That's a side note. We're focused here, though. We're focused right now on the task at hand. I say that as I'm distracted by other things. All right, so try Penguin for regression and hypothesis testing. The output is a pandas data frame. Oh, okay, so there might be a newer version. Something out there. Okay, so we have our flight delay data set. Now we need a good image. Let's see if we can find a picture of someone really depressed. Oh, this is actually a cool image. It's a pretty cool image. Everything on the internet is borrowed, right? This is not our world. We are just borrowing time in it. We are just borrowing time on this internet, and we're borrowing images. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a license for that there image? Yeah, LNR. So I'm uploading it to a website that is owned by Google. And when I Google, this image comes up. So is it really bad that on another Google site they will see this? You could see the same image. It's not like anyone's getting paid for the fact that I can view this right here. It's a beautiful image though. The oranges. Okay, here we go. We got a data set. First thing you got to do with the data set is you got to have a banger image thumbnail thing going on. It's got to be like a, I want to click that. Oh no, this is WebP version. All the good photos are WebP these days. Might have to do some conversion. Okay, so let's edit this image. Open that bad boy. And then drag and drop. Good old drag and drop. I don't know if the WebP file format will work, but we'll try. WebP is not accepted. WebP to PNG converter. Why not? Why not? Is it just going to let me drag? I don't want no options. Flights. Is it thinking this long? Oh, I haven't picked two. See, I like this image so much. I'm going through all this trouble. Probably has a virus in it now. We're going to move that PNG file now into this directory. And then we're going to drag that puppy on over. We're going to drag this baby over. Save that. Dude, why didn't we dolly an image instead? Want to try to see if it'll work? I opened up the stream by saying how I was like a cat that just followed whatever red light was flashing usually when I'm streaming. And look at me doing it again. Doing it again. I'm pulling up my dolly. Hey, welcome to the stream, SKMster. Welcome to the stream. Flight delay icon. I don't know. SDK, welcome to the family too. Let me know in chat how you found it. That'd be great to know. Good evening, YouTube guys below. Eleanor? Oh, look at this. See, these are cool, but it would just be confusing. Furly. What else should I put in this dolly? Flight delay, and everyone is upset about it. Woman that is upset standing behind an airline dashboard showing delayed flights. Okay, Eleanor. Oh, look, these people are upset about their delayed flight. Okay, let's do Eleanor's suggestion. We're just getting sidetracked here, making our datasets picture. But you know, the dataset picture is very important. So usually the faces on these are kind of like almost scary because they don't want to use like a real person's face or they mash up a bunch of people's. So I guess this is the best looking one. Whoa, this one actually has like a scary plane coming out of the flight tracker. Hello, sir. How are you feeling, sir? Jigaman, I'm feeling good. In orange, maybe? If I had in orange. Dolly 2, you could just spend a whole stream just talking about it. Let's assume we're going with that. Let's stand out on the listings page with a snappy subtitle. Can you predict which flights will be delayed in 5 years of data? That's not snappy enough. I'm so bad at subtitles. Frequency. Let's just say it's updated annually. We can do that. Just set a reminder for 1 year. Sources. Our sources here. Let's just paste that. Download link is our methodology. Coverage date is January 1st of 2018 to let's say no, not 12. October 1st, 2022. Worldwide. Because it's from the World Wide Web. We successfully did it. All right. Add tags. Time series. Regression. Also, it could be classification. It could be flights. Travel. Why not? Let's just all add all these. Hello. Okay, let's see our image of the woman. Oh, now they're orange. It's the same upset woman. It looks kind of scary. Like, why are there planes in the board? And also the language on this, it's just a mishmash. And she's a little too upset, let's be honest. She's a little bit too upset about her flight getting delayed. It's like, chill out. You'll catch another flight or you'll have to wait a few hours. It's fine. I guess we plagiarize. Reminder, flight update data. 1 year. October 6th, 2023. Will you remind me? Have I tried Midjourney? What's Midjourney? Should I have tried Midjourney? Oh, that's like the other. This is like the other Dolly. I've done like Stable Diffusion, Midjourney. No, not Midjourney. Just Stable Diffusion, and I have access to Dolly too. I don't think that everyone has access, but I have access. Midjourney is amazing. It's on Discord. Should we try the same? We'll try that. We'll try that some other time. Let's finish our data set. Let's add a description. Well, you know what we can do? We can just make our lives easier. Take this README. A little copy pasta. It's probably going to look horrible. But it's something. It has all the information. Save. It puts in HTML. Oh, no, that's just up there. Okay, so this looks like it worked. So you can kind of read what's going on here. I'll clean this up later off stream. Add file information. What's my percentage on this? Usability point 6.47. That's horrible. Specify a license. Public domain. Good old FOIA. Let's make this. All right, let's go to the data set. One of the main things we want to do here is. Okay, let's add stupid file information. README info. Flight data as a CSV. Same as CSV. We're going to get to coding here soon, people. The fact that you didn't control plus A there killed me. Control A, what? Oh, on this? I guess I could have. I was being dramatic. About how I was selecting it all. But yeah, Control A would have, Control A, Control C. Probably would have been a smarter approach. Close all this crap out. We don't need this anymore. Make public. Yes, let's do that. Let's make this public. It is a public data set. Let's refresh this. Adding the date here. Adding the years here probably was a bad idea because it just dates it immediately. But at least for some time it'll seem recent. For the next 3 months. Now let me go here and paste this. Someone else go check it. Make sure it's up. Brennan said, oh, Eleanor saying, relax, Brennan, from YouTube. I love the back and forth between you all. I'm not supposed to, I think, be doing this, but streaming to both platforms, but it's fine. It works. Okay, so let's publish a notebook. Let's go there. Let's start doing some coding. Should I switch to this and show just like not my keyboard right now? Let's be honest. Twitch is the place to be. Hey, we got a new follower. D Eagle Hawk. Welcome to the family. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you as part of the family. Do we care about the keyboard? You guys let me know. I'll keep it up unless someone tells me otherwise. All right, so what are we going to do here? We're going to create some data analysis. Fran, welcome to the family. How are you doing? Flight delay data EDA. Crispetta, welcome to the family. Got a lot of new family members today. Hey, look at that. Look at that number up there. We're getting close to 2,500. That'll be a fun benchmark to cross. Data exploration of flight data. Maybe we could use one of these images in here. Xcode just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, man. Very nice of you. You didn't need to. 2 months. Appreciate it. Subscribing with Prime. Prime is free, by the way. If you have Amazon, if you have an Amazon account, you can subscribe for freezies. Come on, picker wheel. You're not going to load up for me? Every time I get a new subscriber on this channel, we have a routine. We have a process we go through where I spin this wheel. Now, usually it doesn't take forever to load up, but this time it did. And we're going to spin this for you. Type pizza 100 times. Subscribe with Bezos bucks. That's true. Xcode, thank you so much. I'm going to type this 100 times for you. I did this on Tuesday. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do next while I go ahead and type this. Let me clean this up. So close this out. Back to our flight delay data. And we're going to type pizza. So while I'm typing this, let's talk about what we're going to do with this data. I saw just a few of the things in the data set, like the location of departure, location of destination, and then they look like they had delays broken down into different components. That'll be an interesting thing to dig into. Like, what caused the delay? Was it due to weather? Was it due to malfunctioning plane? Was it due to flight attendant throwing up because they had too much to drink? I don't know. I don't think they go into that much detail, but that's some of the stuff we're going to explore. And by the way, Xcode, this is all you. This is for you. For you, man. I kind of wish it landed on push-ups. I might update the percentages to be less of a pizza weighted pie that we spin there. Oh, almost went one over. Undo that. Okay. Get it? Pizza pie, and we spun the wheel, which is kind of like a pie. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to import our pandas. Import, and let me know if this is big enough for you all. Import numpy as np. Import matplotlib. Let's go ahead and import Plotly Express. There we go. As long as it has no pineapple, I'm happy. Xcode, I actually love pineapple on pizza, so I hope you're okay with that. But I personally am a big fan of it. What do you guys think? Am I stupid for liking that? All right, we're going to read the Parquet version. The Flyman, welcome to the family. Let us know in chat how you found the stream. We're going to read this Parquet file. Of course it's... Oh, that's why. Read Parquet. All right, now if we do a head on this... Actually, let's look at the shape. Next thing we're going to do is time series analysis of features. This should not take this long to tell us the shape of the data frame. It should be like a... Okay. 500,000 rows, 500,000 flights. This would have been a cooler name, like 500,000 flight database set or something. That's what I should have named it. Lopta says, I once saw a tiny font that just about enabled 80 column text on a 8-inch black and white Mac CRT. This is about how it look. That's about how this looks. So this looks really small to you. You can't see anything. Here, I'll expand it like a little bit more. I hope this music that I'm playing, it says it's a... So here's what happens, people. I don't know if you guys can even hear the music, but I go on YouTube and I find a video like this. Oh my gosh, it's freaking out. I don't know why it's freaking out. But it says it's no copyright music for Twitch, right? So I would think this is okay to stream, but then my YouTube videos get copyright strikes. Hey, we got a new follower. Welcome to the family, none. No need to spin the wheel, lol. Is that your username? You got to subscribe for me to spin it for you, though. Yeah, so I hope this whole stream doesn't get taken down is my whole point. There is no music for you guys? Okay, maybe that's better. Maybe that's for the best. If I turn this way up, can you hear it? Hey, Prajit. Welcome. You're a new subscriber on YouTube. Now, just to clarify here, there's a little bit of a difference between what a subscriber means on YouTube and what it means on Twitch. On Twitch, it's actually like you're paying $4.99, I think, or it's free for using Prime. When we're talking about YouTube, subscription's kind of like a follow on Twitch, where it's free. It's very light in the background. So you see I'm multi-streaming what service I'm using? I'm using Restream. So you guys can't read this text is what you're telling me? I hope you can read this. Oh, it's very light in the background. The music is... Okay, good. I'm kind of keeping it low on purpose so that it doesn't get muted. Geez, this notebook has seen better days. Okay, so let's look at some of these columns and let's flag maybe some major features. This is really working overtime. The CPU is at 100%. Just to show me the columns in this data frame. That doesn't seem normal. I cannot see the text, you're saying? I hope you can see the text. It's pretty big. Okay, now we have our columns, but it's a long list that we can't read. So, all right, here we go. Year, quarter, month. We're probably going to want to do some grouping by like the year and month. Maybe aggregating to the month will be good. All right, so time series features are these. Is this going to look okay? Then it looks like we have, I want to see what delay, flight info, maybe. Hey, welcome to the family, David. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. We're just making a Kaggle data set on flight delays from the U.S. Department of Transportation, or Bureau of Transportation Statistics. I think Pete Buttigieg is in charge of that, right? I don't know if you non-Americans out there understand, but I think he is in charge of it. Marketing airline network. So this is like the airline. Originally scheduled code share airline. So I guess it can change. And this is where we should actually open up this README file. So origin airport, maybe. Origin info that we want to focus in on would be this origin city name, etc. And then there's going to be destination, city name, and all that stuff. Did I set column D types? Not yet. I haven't really dug into that. I almost feel like the architect that we need to subset this data into what we care about before we break our back cleaning columns that we won't end up using. So then we have some departure. I guess flight info, we also need like the airline, which is, I think this marketing airline. Departure / delay info. What is, in your opinion, the best cloud compute software? Colab versus Kaggle versus Gradient. I don't know about Gradient, but if you do or if you look at my YouTube page, exclamation point YouTube, by the way, I have a whole page on like introduction to Jupyter notebooks, and then I go over what I think Colab versus Kaggle, like compared those two, because I even get into cloud notebook environments. I guess so. With this flight data, a few things that we could look into, and I'm sorry about this shaking, this camera shaking. We can look at, I guess there's a delay in when the departure is. We can also look at some data about like a delay in when the arrival is. So they could get rerouted in the air, or there could be issues the plane can't land or something. I don't know. Lapta says you're just old and have a old monitor. I gotcha. So departure time is when it's supposed, no, that's the actual departure time. What's CRS departure time? According to the CRS schedule, what is CRS departure time? Computer reservation system. So I'm assuming that's the expected departure time, and this is the actual departure time. Then we have all these delay columns. These are going to be cool. So let's add these to our list. And let's like maybe just look at one of these, or let's group by. All right, so maybe one of the first things we want to look at is instead of time series, feature understanding. We have a lot of columns in this data set. Here are a few we might want to focus in on. And of course, we can update this later, but let's take this data frame and let's maybe do, okay, so let's type out what we're going to think we're going to do. Delays by airline. So we're going to look at by the airline name in 2022. Let's just look at this last year. So df query year equals 2022. Wouldn't have a full year of data, which is a little bit weird. Also, I'm realizing we don't have marketing airline network. What we want to actually get the name of it. So we need like a unique marketing carrier code. We need like a CSV with the codes, the airline codes. Let's turn this off here. Airlines.csv. This looks promising. Let's look at the raw version of this. And let's see if we can just read this bad boy right in. We might want to add this to the airlines is PD read CSV of this file, which is hosted on GitHub. Airlines. Let's see if these codes match up to this. So query where the code equals DL. Yeah, that gives us Delta Airlines, so that's good. It might already be another column in this data set, but I think this will link up. I don't see like anything that shows the full airline name. Yeah, these are operating airline. Okay, so maybe that's already it. Maybe that's already it. So the slowness of this notebook is just killing me today. Operating airline. Yeah, they don't have, oh, here it is. Operating airline with a space afterwards. That sucks. Operating airline space. And that's still just a code. All right. So if we do a value counts on this, WN is the most airline. So we're going to do some cleaning up here. So let's also do this. Rename columns. We're going to rename this operating airline with a space to be without a space. Right, run that here. We're going to throw this up in that same line when we read it. Let's check in with chat and see what people are saying, because it's all about you guys. Departure time at reservation. Happy to join this live, says Hamidou. Welcome to the channel. A scheduled departure. Notebook still kind of blows my mind. Eleanor, you need to check out my YouTube videos then. PD options, display max columns, and I can quickly check. Yeah, it's giving me trouble already just trying to like do a head command on this. So yeah, we can set that. Good point, Eleanor. Yeah, cool comp size student here. It's just nice to see people actually cool in real life and thought prices. Usually I'm just giving an assignment with no help. Yeah, this is fun, right? We're just exploring some data. Yeah, you're right. We could use regex for just removing all of the stuff. This is a DAS keyboard, and I love it. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, so operating airline. Yeah, we should replace. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. You know what? I think I might call in audible here. Might actually call in audible. Hey, welcome to the family. We got a new follower, Doms. Welcome to the family. Glad to have you here. All right, so go into this one and then move our flights directory here. Let's just move everything from flights. There we go. So now we have the flights folder in here. Maybe I'll just load up Jupyter in here. Shut down my existing kernels. Yeah. And then we can upload this notebook later. It's kind of... Libya, welcome to the stream, and thank you for saying that it's a cool stream. We haven't even started yet. I guess we've started. We created this data set, and it's now public. It has a bunch of flight data, and I'm pasting it in the chat so you guys can see it. Follow along with me. I wanted to do this in a Kaggle notebook because then I can save this and share it with you all, and you guys can just go and fork it and work with the data later. It's kind of acting slow today for some reason. I want to see if I download this. If we have any more luck doing it this way. So let's go here and move our download notebook here. Then if I'm in here, I can refresh this. You see our flight delay EDA data. Pick up where we left off, but here in a local environment. And maybe the slowness won't affect us as much. At least that's the hope. Okay, so this base directory, we'll put here. It was that for a Kaggle notebook, but here locally we have it in this flights directory. All right, much faster. Yeah, now we can see this without any issues. All right, so we have our feature understanding. We also loaded in our airlines data just straight from GitHub. And now we can do something like this, operating airline value counts. And then we can do index map. Let's set our index as code in this description. There. Now we should be able to take this and map it. Airline counts is going to be this. This is a count for each airline, the amount of rows we have per airline. And now this next line, I'm actually going to rename the columns. We're going to also use auto formatting here so it's a little easier. But this should rename the index of this to the actual full airline name. So we can put this in the same line. I think we can call this like airline CSV. Excuse me. Still a long line. Now if we look at airline counts, it looks like this. All right, let's make a plot. Horizontal bar plot. It's going to need to be pretty wide down. No, but this is good. Hashtag location local only. Yeah, it kind of is nice to run local. Thanks from Brazil. I'm learning a lot from your videos. Thanks, Dom. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it. Tell your friends about it. And thanks for being a first-time chatter. I do appreciate it. So I do want to sort these values. Ascending equals false. Maybe true is what we want. Now we have, okay, so now we have this. Let's also pick a nice color palette. Let's pick a style sheet for a reference. Actually, you know what? Let's go all out Plotly Express on this. Let's only use Plotly Express. And I know with Matplotlib, you can use like themes pretty easily. Can we use themes easily here? It looks like we can, but I don't know how to change it here. Okay, so we use in template. Okay, so we can just do Plotly dark as our template. Okay, so instead of plotting this, like a bar, horizontal bar, I think the way we do this is like this. This will be our data frame. I don't know. Can I just feed it this? I don't think it's going to work if we try that. Oh, we can. And now we want to do theme is plotly dark. Probably a way to, oh, it's not theme, it's template. We're learning here. A little bit better. You can use SNS set to set the, and the theme will change. Yeah, so SNS set would work. Also, plot.style.use would work. I do like Seaborn. I just want to go Plotly Express on this. I'm just feeling the Plotly Express for some reason. So normally this would be like a bar H to do horizontal bar plot. Bar mode is relative. Plotly Express horizontal bar. Okay, so it's this orientation dash H. Let's go ahead and move this tab all the way to the left. There we go. Now it's horizontal. How do we hide this? Let's also do title is rows in per airline. Alrighty, so what do we got here? It's orientation. Oh yeah, you guys are all over it, telling me it's orientation. Yes, orientation H, title, rows per airline. I don't like in Plotly Express how the title is automatically to the left. And what can I do here? Y label is, I want that just to be nothing. Can I do Y label? You can tell that I haven't done Plotly Express that much. Direct labels. Oh, so this is how you can add the value to the table. How do I rename? FYI, stream is lagging a bit, so check your CPU usage. Uh-oh. CPU usage looks okay. Let's see what it's... Twitch says my stream has a good bit rate, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe switch over to Twitch. Oh, I do see it's kind of blurry on YouTube. I'll go ahead. Hey, what's up? Pratham, welcome to the stream. I think you have to reference the fixture to an axis and then... Oh, man. Looks fine to you? Okay, maybe it's caught up. So I can't just change this from saying index. Maybe what I can do is... to frame and row count will be my column name. I'm allowing spaces here because this is going to be our index name. Rename index equals, let's test this out. Pandas name index dot index dot rename So it's .index.rename and then airline. But I don't know how to do this inline. So I could do it here. And then I don't have to rename it here. And let's just name this count. All right, so now we have an index name and a column name. We'll call this our airline counts. Delete those. And then give this as our data frame. And our X is going to be, I guess, will it be able to handle index? And Y is count. Should I reset the index here? X is going to be airline. Y is going to be count. All right, we're getting there. There we go. Look at the names are correct. I was away for keyboard making coffee. Is the length of each bar the number of delayed flights? No, this is just rows in the data set. Let's also make the height like 500. I like this. Dom's is giving me some code I could use. That's interesting. I need to take a look at that later. Why I find this channel so late? Travel Buddy, you're my travel buddy. What CPU is that? This is a Ryzen CPU. It's like 5 or 6 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Call me Sundar. Okay, Sundar, I'll try, but your name says Travel Buddy and I might forget. So if I call you Travel Buddy, don't be mad at me. All right, so now we know how many rows are in our data set. Southwest just has the most flights. Let's see, U.S. airlines that have canceled delayed the most flights in 2020. We just want to know the most flights. Let's try to redo that. Let's redo that and not look at that as a cheat. So the Southwest Airlines apparently is the biggest. I thought that some of these other ones were bigger. This gives us an idea of all the airlines we have, though. And now let's try to make a plot with just the delayed or just the canceled. So is there a cancel? Yes, canceled. DF canceled. And as type bool, this should be just a true false. Right? Good thing that worked. And then we're going to query the canceled. This is automatically going to filter only to the canceled one. So if we do value counts on this, or actually if we do a mean on this, this is telling us that, let's actually write it out. Of all flights in this data set, let's multiply this by 100. canceled makes this an F string. So we printed out here of all flights in this data set, 6.33 are canceled. I would like Horizon 3, you're saying? Yeah. Is there a process for data analysis? Milk Tea, you should check out my YouTube channel. I have an exploratory data analysis video where I kind of go through my thought process when I do data exploration. It takes off and never lands. Is it considered an infinite flight delay? That's kind of morbid. Just seems faster whenever you want to check. What is DF columns to lists? Oh. This is why I love streaming. Because awesome people in the chat let me know stuff like this. Like, I guess if I froze and thought about it, I would have realized that I can do the to list on the columns array. But I always find myself doing this, which takes forever to do the same thing. From now on, thank you, chat. I'm going to start doing this. Need to pound it into my brain, but that's definitely makes so much more sense. Because I like to do it just when I want to see all the columns listed in a notebook, because it's not going to actually display them all. It adds these dots if there are too many. And yeah, the to list, because this is a NumPy array, and that's a NumPy array method that we're applying to create this into a list. Thank you. I love you. Look, you probably saved me a lot of time with that. All right, so 6.3 are canceled. Let's see the percentage canceled. In 2022, which airlines had the most percent canceled? Now, here's the thing. In this article, I think we saw, it has the most flights delayed. So we could do a count and a percent. By count and percent. Because, of course, if you're the largest airline, you're going to have the most delays. And that's just obvious. Well, no, I guess that's not. I mean, list comprehensions are addictive. I agree. All right, so we're looking at just the canceled in 2022. And then we're going to do airline. Operating airline. Does it still have the space? I thought I took care of that here. Oh, that's why I didn't do this correctly. I also need to fix that here. There should no longer be a space. We have our plot. Everything's going nice and smooth. Need to remove this. So we're going to do the same thing. So I guess a better way to do this would be to, okay. We could put these queries together. Where the year's 2022 and it's canceled. We're going to group by the airline. I'm forgetting the name of this. Operating airline. Now, is it going to be too hard? Should I just merge on these names? The reason why I don't want to merge on to these names to this data set is because it's already huge and there's no point of just repeating these long names in a column over and over. But I guess we could make it categorical. Is SpaceX on the list? No, I don't think so. Just Maddie, you're a jokester. You're a jokester over there. Look at you. I like that one. You two live every day is awesome. Just found your channel and sub. Nice, Mark. That means the algorithm's picking it up. That's another cool thing. Can I look them up on the fly? That's another one. It's another funny one. Was that meant to be a joke? Like on the fly? Hey, we got another Twitch follower, ZE. Welcome to the family. You're part of the family now. You're joining us. So we're going to take group by the airline. Hey, NHL, welcome to the family. I like NHL. We're going to aggregate the count. No, actually, I think we're just going to take the size of this. Oh, we don't want delayed. We want canceled. And the size of this. So we're going to take the count and the sum of the canceleds. I know a better way to do this. We group by this and canceled. And do a size and unstack. And we don't filter. This is my problem. So maybe the other stuff would have worked. So maybe it would have worked the other way, but this is true or false if it was canceled. So this is cancel. This is our cancel data set. Let's rename these columns. Let's do index rename and give it no name. Can I rename it with none? I don't like this index is named cancel. Rename columns. False is going to be not canceled. And true is canceled. All right, we can do this here. Inspiring. I just watched the earlier part of your stream. That was pretty awesome. You work with sports data stuff in the NFL, like a dream gig. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. I love it. Well, lesson knocked out, you said. Okay, so let's figure out how to rename this. Remove index name pandas. Okay, so is it just this? I mean, this one has a lot more upvotes. 91 versus 3. There we go. So we're going to also do this. All right, so we can also add these together. Right? This is just like our total. By the way, I'm adding these spaces to this because I'm just making this data frame basically to plot. Now, the way I should do this is with the assign method. Total equals cancel dot. Ooh, I can't do. I think I can do this. All right, so now we have everything as a chained command. Chained in this, we have our canceled, not canceled, our total, and our operating airline. Got it? Okay, so now we have we can do our percentage, which is canceled over total. So we're also going to assign percent canceled is canceled over total. There we go. Now we have our percentage. We can multiply it by 100 to make it actual. Should we multiply it by 100? There we go. So this is like percentage. And then we can do a few things. We can do sort values by canceled. Did I spell canceled looks weird there. All right, so now we can order it by canceled. Just doing this real quick. Let's set the index to be the airline, operating airline. Oh, that's another thing we can do. Operating airline, and we can map to our airline. Let's make this a dictionary that we can map onto easily in the future, which will be this dictionary. Airline mapping. Airline map. I don't know. So then we map this here. And we're just going to call this airline for shorts. Now this, I also could do an assign. I'm not used to doing all these assign. This is a habit I'm trying to break or make, I guess, where I'm using the assign command more often. So now I just want this to be airline. There we go. All right, according to this data set, and I know I went back on my word and went back to here to matplotlib. By the way, we should set plot style use Seaborn dark, maybe, since we're using another dark theme. All right, let's just see what this looks like. Or sign. What are you guys talking about? Sign? S-I-N-E? I'm talking about assign, like this. So you can create a new column by just like I could make this total column by writing a line of code like this. But a better way to do it, because you can use chaining and chain all this together, is to actually just do an assign and make the total like we did up here. Cancel, assign, and then make total equal to this. Then I can change all these new column creations together. You weren't sure what I was saying. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to enunciate a little bit better here. All right. So if you're learning something, if you're following along, press F in chat. Just write an F like this. While I have you here too, just want to let you know we have a Discord that you can join. Hey, we got some F'ers in chat. Nice. Love it. Love it. So this is our Discord. We had a Kaggle challenge that just ended that you should check out some of the results for. Love all the F's. Oh, even more. Evan's there. Lebia. Well, following the gist, but not actually doing the same thing. Yeah, following is, you know what I mean. Okay, so this was our Kaggle competition that just ended. We have Discord. If you're watching on Twitch, check out my YouTube also. And subscribe there. That I would really appreciate it. I want to hit, see how many subscribers I currently have. Oh, we just hit it. 14K. 14K. Pretty fun. So, yeah, so this, let's title this. Airline cancellations by airline in 2022. Now let's check and see if this matches the article that came out from Business Insider. Republic Airways, they say, has 6%. We don't even have Republic Airlines. Oh, we do. Oh, okay. So they did do it by percent. They did do it by percent. That's good. So let's go ahead and do it by percent. It's a January to June in the article. We can filter our data to just June too, if you want. Now I think, yeah. We're going to sort this by the percent canceled. Oh, so I get different results. Republic Airline here is, let's also, I like making these width. Let's make the width and edge color is black. Let's just kind of distinguish between them. Let's also get a color palette. So with this, we can do color is our. Hey, welcome to the family. We got a new follower, Kaz. Hope you're doing well. It's harder to read like this. Good morning from India. We have Yantran. Welcome to the stream. Someone's requesting Gautam that I work on healthcare data. Maybe in a little bit. Not on this stream, but maybe in a future one. I'm opening up another seltzer water, Food Lion brand. I'm not sponsored by them. But I'm drinking a seltzer water here. Finish one before I start the other. All right, so another thing we can do is matplotlib bar labels. So maybe we want to do it this way. Was just looking at this the other day. Bar label can be helpful, but also takes a little finagling. That's right. I need to do this. Containers. Of course. All right, now we have the numbers. And we can do format. Just to, I need this. Just get it to 2 digits. That's all we're trying to do. Need to remember how to do this. There we go. Now we have to 2 digits the percent. And let's also add, can I add just a percent sign here? It hates me. If I do a backslash, all right, whatever. Oh, okay. So Lopta's saying with 2 of these. There we go. Thanks, Lopta. And then we want to do label. Oh, no, wait. We want to do padding is maybe -20, -40. And let's make these bars a little, let's make this a little bit taller. We can also do like color is white. Might not look as nice in there. Let's keep it as black. All right, so this is saying Mesa Airlines is the highest at 12% canceled. That seems like too much. Too much. First time you're ever able to help me? No, you help me every day just by being here. Every time I stream. Airline data. What are we working on today? So Skykes asked. Yes, we're working on airline data. Best way to learn is just to start doing. Exactly. Okay, people are asking what's going on. Just to backtrack a little bit. What we have here is we downloaded flight data from the Department or the Bureau of Transportation Statistics. It's data going back to 2018, and it's very detailed. We have a lot of data to work with, almost too much data to work with. So we're trying to at least doing some early exploratory data analysis. And if you want to give it an upvote, an uptoke here on Kaggle, it is now public. I'm planning on taking this notebook and then putting it on Kaggle as when we're done here too. Green will contrast the colors too. Use dark green, you say? Well, I have my color palette here. My palette right now is this. So yeah, this would be the green. And then that looks okay. So we need to figure out why our numbers are different than this article. Might be a red herring because they went through different months. Out of the ones they have, do we at least have Republic Airways higher than JetBlue? Yeah, Republic is higher than JetBlue. This says it's going through June of 2012. So let's do this. Hey, welcome to the family. We have a new follower, Rich. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out. You guys think it looks better now? Okay, cool. So this is just raw cancellations, and the other one is the actual counts. We got a new follower, Bognog. Welcome to the family. You guys are part of the family. And let me know in chat how you found the stream. That would be great. Oh, found an introduction for 500. I meant dark green with the orange, but I don't see dark green on the color palette. Oh, you mean to make the... Okay, okay, let's back up a little bit. I can just make this green. I find this hard to read. That's dark green on the orange. Obitus, welcome to the family. So glad to have you. Look at the number of followers we have on Twitch. About to hit a goal. So we just hit a fun goal. Hey, Cesar, welcome to family. We just hit a fun goal on YouTube of, I don't know if you guys saw it here, but it hit 14,000 on there, which is pretty fun. But we're about to hit 2,500 on Twitch. It's been a lot. The thing I've noticed about Twitch is in order to really get people to engage, you have to constantly be streaming, which is so tough because you there's no rest and there's early burnout. It's really easy to burn out. So I've found that like the combination of YouTube and Twitch kind of works for me because I like this live engagement with you all. But black on cyan, you saying? You guys can give me hex color keys if you want. I can throw them in here. I hit some algo on YouTube. In what way, Maddie? No rest for the wicked. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is about Twitch is you want what time you put into things to actually get seen by other eyeballs, not just the people that are there live, because you understand people have lives. Hey, not JR, welcome to the family. I like the community and the engagement here on Twitch, but I wish that it was a little bit better with... Good to join the family. Yes, Rich. Big Man Pickle, welcome to the family. So I just wish it was easier to grow like as a result of what you've streamed before, but it's more just like live TV that no one cares about VODs that much. All right, so recreate only through June. To try to match what we saw in this article, let's try to recreate this only in June. So we basically can do this all over again. If we do this, we have our same plot. But let's just already change the table. Jan to June 2022. And month is less than or equal to 6, which would be June. I think a lot of the cancellations came in later. Okay, so let's just double check the counts here. There is a month column here. I think it's numeric. Oh, the month column is always 1. Hold on here. I think I just realized something. We're only looking at January 2022 data. Us struggling students / programs on YouTube are going to see you if they're looking for live streams. Yeah, I hope so. While a month is less than 7. Yeah, so the issue is not that the month. The issue is with that I'm using a data set that I didn't realize is just a subset. See, this is why you explore the data first. I assumed I had downloaded here my pre-zipped file. I didn't realize I was just filtering to a single year. All right, that's an eye opener. So we're not perfect, people. Even me, I'm not perfect. So if I now go to February, so basically what I'm going to have to do is go here. It makes the data set even larger. Cannot display data. What is it talking about? This website is freaking out. All right, so I'm going to go to February pre-zipped file, download this. And now let's take a closer look at our flights data. And look at what this flight data was. I renamed it 2018 to 2022 thinking it was everything, but I didn't read this stupid thing that says January. This is still confusing name. On-time marketing carrier on-time performance beginning January 2018, 2022. That's what this name of this... It says January 2018 to 2022. So I would have thought estimated 23,000 daily. Okay, so let's do some simple math. If Maddie is correct with 23,000 per day, right? We should have, and our data frame shape is 500,000. So this times 30 is about 500,000, a little more than 500,000. So if we're talking about a year, it should be over 8 million. Yeah, so I'm totally off. So this is just January. January /28 to January /2022 maybe. So when I read this file name, that's what I thought this meant. January 2018 to 2022. Not the case. So let's move the new one that I got from our downloads folder, which is on time. See, this one's called 2022_2. If I unzip this one, I see what it is. So this is the year and month. And this whole in parentheses beginning January 2018 is just telling us it's just like a really long, confusing name of a file. I'm not blaming them, but I'm kind of blaming them. When we upload this video on YouTube for reference. So this is a live stream that I will keep up. I will keep up as a video on my channel. So you can watch it immediately after we're done here. As granted, if they don't take it down for copyright claims, even though I'm playing what I think is copyright free music. I'm playing it very quietly, so you guys might not even hear it anyways. So yeah, so that's exciting. I've learned that I need to download a bunch of files now. So how using this interface am I going to be able to download a bunch of files? I guess I just need to go through each one. Clicking the drop-down menus, then clicking download. I'm going to make sure this is... Yeah, that's 3. So I just need to go April, May, June, July, August. Okay, was August not exist? Maybe it has a few months of lag. And then I'm going to move. Okay, so I'm going to make a new directory called zips. In my zips directory, I'm going to move these zip files. July is the latest available, written on top. Hey, there we go. So I can go back and do this for other years too. I probably should just do this all right now. It's going to take a little while, but then we can write the code that'll join them all at once. So this may turn into more of a data munging stream. Although I'm going to be done with this stream soon anyways. Looks like I missed November. I missed November. There we go. You can probably write the code to move, unzip, and then join. Yeah, that's the plan. So moving is one thing. Like I can move all the downloads on time files into here, basically. And now we can see that I have all the 2022 dates. I'm still waiting on a few to be done downloading. Yeah, now we have November and December. So let's just do these 2 years. What I can do is unzip. I have to put this in quotes. And I'm going to unzip all these files. And it's always going to overwrite that rename HTML. Nice video. Good way to learn Python for sure. Good way to learn how to accidentally not have all the data you think you had. The CSVs have a clear month column, have a year and month column. Yeah, they do. Although it's like in pandas, that's like 2 seconds to make that. So this data frame has a quarter. I mean, it has all this stuff. Quarter, month, year. But if I just do flight date in pandas, I make sure this is a date time column. Then I can just do dt.year, underscore year, and now I have the year. Or quarter, or day of year, or weekday. Like we can get all this stuff. Day of week. I think same as weekday. They must not want anyone to use the data if they make it that annoying to grab. I don't think so. I think it's just more they don't think that people want to look at it. Or it's just a few clicks. I don't know. Maybe there's a backend database that I could access via an API, and I'm just being silly. Let's make a directory called CSVs, and let's move everything from the zip directory, that's a CSV file, to our CSVs folder. Now, if we look in here, we have all the CSVs. Read and combine years. So we're going to use our old friend glob to get a list of all the files in that folder. So it's in flights, CSVs, star.csv. That's all of our CSVs. Glob is great because you can just put this wild character in here and it'll give us all the paths. And now let's think about how much memory we're going to be using. I have 64 gigs of RAM here, and we're using about 14 right now. So we, I think, should be good. Thing is, these are so sparse. There's so many columns in these that are mostly just empty, especially all these diversions or diverted. Like how many times are flights diverted? 5 times. Well, I guess I got to start up PyCharm again. You've inspired me, sir. Oh, nice. Subscribe and we'll check out your videos. Thanks. Have a good one, Maddie. Thanks for hanging out. Those of you on Twitch, how's it going? So, okay, so if we wanted to try this, this is going to get us a list of all the CSVs read as data frame, and then we'll concatenate them together. And let's take, while this is running, let's take a look at our CPU and our memory usage. Make sure that doesn't go through the roof. Let's stop this actually. And do low memory equals false. I'm restarting. And I will end up having to re-upload this to Kaggle to make our data set legit. What can I do to get very proficient in pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib? Tyler, you just need to watch all my YouTube videos. Lopta, you can go away if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. Make sure you're coming back at some point. So this is taking a while because it's a lot of files to pull in, and I'm just keeping my eye on the memory use to make sure it doesn't completely blow up. Which when it concatenates might, but I don't think so. Yeah, check out my YouTube videos, then read the documentations. Try to do things with pandas that you don't know how to do, but you know is possible. And just, yeah, like most things with coding, you just Google it, find a good Stack Overflow that explains how to do what you're trying to do, and then try to memorize it. The more you memorize, the better. We're at 20 gigs, now 19. Only 19, but my mind was older. saying lyrics from a song there. So this is the time when we wait. So what happened here? We went to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics. We downloaded a CSV. Can I use glob in Windows or only on Linux? I think it works on Linux. Okay, so it says to use pathlib. Yeah. You can also use OS lister. I use this a lot if you're just listing the files in a directory. Yeah, so we pulled this data down. We made a Kaggle data set, which you can upvote. No one's upvoted it. Oh, wait, 5 people upvoted it. Nice. That's only showing 2. We're going to fix it and get all these dates in there, but we didn't realize that when we were calculating the cancellation rates, that we're only looking at January. So now we're trying to make it all the dates. Actually, going back. Oh, whoa. Did you see that spike in memory use? That was when it was concatenating. But now it's all done. We have 22 megs. And now we can take this and write it as a Parquet file. Yeah, things are going to be much slower with the data this size. I think we should just subset some of the columns to what we need. Because honestly, we're using a lot of columns that will never actually end up needing. Well, I never say never, but I don't foresee us using. And we could probably make better use of our compute power and our memory use if we just drop those columns. Okay, so now we see, what was our computation before with the number of flights in a year? How many U.S. flights in a year? How many commercial? Do you concatenated all the files? Yeah, we concatenated them all. We can do this later. Yeah, so that's what this did. I kind of did it all in one list comprehension, but what this did is it read in each file in our CSV's list using pandas read CSV, and then that created a list which we can concatenate together, which made our complete data frame. 8 million-ish. Okay, so we're at 6 million here. Did you concatenate them in Python or just the command line using cat? I just used Python. I just concatenated them using pandas. This makes sure the columns line up and all that stuff. You could, I guess, like using bash, just cat the file like this in, and then pipe it or write it to a new file and just like add it on to the file. The thing with doing it this way is it would keep the header of the old file, and then also would be potentially really long to read. All right, so look, I'm going to use my new handy dandy to-list idea that I wasn't thinking about before. And let's only keep the columns we care about. So let's actually do it this way. Let's do it this way. Keep calls. We'll make a list. Oops, accidentally made a double list. Yeah, so hold up. Yeah, so we have all these columns here that we can choose from, and I'm just going to take out the ones I don't care about. So all these ones, like we were talking about before, we can all just get off of the date column. So I don't think we need that. All this information, I think we only care about the operating airline. And let's also do that renaming of the operating airline column here. So this should be operating airline without a space after that. I don't really care about this stuff. Maybe we care about the origin airport ID, and we can map that later. Origin. Let's also look at the destination airport ID. Maybe having the state would be interesting, and city. So this is like the expected departure time and the actual departure time, the delay in minutes. Then I think these are the more details that we care about. Arrival time, arrival delay, canceled, cancellation code, diverted. These are all pretty interesting. Ones I want to remove are these diversion columns because I don't think they're needed. And also, what's this duplicate? IBM has the fundamentals in C++. Nice office keyboard. Thank you, Evoke. Okay, of course the duplicate column is actually n's and y's. They're all n, so we definitely don't need that column. All right, so let's subset to this list of columns just to get an idea of the memory we're going to save and the potential speed up as a result of subsetting. Let's do memory usage on our data frame and just sum this. So I don't know, this is a good amount of memory. Then we're going to do df equals df keep columns, and we're going to copy this. Look at our computer's memory usage as we use this, as we do this. It's getting up there, 35 gigs. And then if we do our memory usage again, get a percentage. Yeah, so it's only 39% of what it was before. Hi, first time here, cool stream. Do you do streaming full-time or also full-time? No, yeah, this is not my full-time job. This is my fun. This is what I do for fun at night. Yeah, definitely subscribe to my YouTube. Check it out on Twitch. What are these columns with div at the bottom? Oh, the person who's asking about div. Those are just diversions, when the flight was diverted. Let's see if we can, yeah. Diverted is either yes or no. So I guess a flight could be diverted to one airport and then a second and then a third. So they just have all these columns for the potential flight that maybe was diverted 5 times, like that one flight. Okay, so now we have this subset of data. Let's try to redo what we did up here again. Plot cancel percent through June 2022. Key error year. Okay, so we need to. Hey, we have a new follower. Welcome to the family. Glad to have you here. Let me know in chat how you found it. Maybe you should include Dest Airport sequence ID as is multi-hop. So year equals 2022. Month is less than 6, but we don't have these columns anymore. So can I do flight date is not a date time column. So if I query pandas query dates. So I know how to do it this way where I actually just say the date range and I put this in a filtering like this, but using the query method is what I'm interested in. Okay, so I could create a date time object for the querying. That seems kind of annoying. Like, oh, and then you can use this timestamp. Oh, this says I can do it this way. So let's try this. df query flight date is greater than 2022-0101. 2022 10, even though we know it's not that large. Okay, this is going to work. This will give us all the 2022 dates. We should be able to recreate the numbers from that other article. You can also delete some of these. I think this should all work. Cancel is not defined. Oh, I was wrong. I've queued up a couple classes for tomorrow. Not much stress. Okay, have a good one. I think what's going on here is I have to do this assignment separately. Key error total. Oh, I created this total column somewhere else. I see what's going on here. So I need to do this one line at a time. Here. course, I need to actually recreate this. If we can get this plot going, I think that'll be the end of the stream. Airline map is not defined. That's because I did this up here. Make sure I rerun this cell. There we go. There we go, people. Let's look at this article here that came out. It might be that, so our numbers aren't exactly the same. They maybe are doing some other filtering. There might be a minimum number of flights before they actually have it on the list. Like, is GoJet on their list? Let's take off this dark theme here. They don't have GoJet at all, maybe because there's a minimum. But let's see if the numbers kind of line up. Their results is Republic Airways, JetBlue, Mesa. Republic Airlines, JetBlue, Mesa. We're at least in the same order. PSA Airlines, 4.13. It could be the naming convention that we're using. But yeah, this is cool. Check my date range. I don't know if it's the date range or some other filtering they're doing. They said between January and June 2022. When's mine going to? Oh, so should I do July? Oh, there we go. Republic Airlines is 5.96, which would round to 6. 5.34, 5.39 for JetBlue. This is looking pretty exact. PSA Airlines, I think that's one that we didn't see on there. Let's look at one of these low ones. Horizon Air, 1.98. 1.96. I think that's close. That's close enough. Maybe they're not including this last date. And there might be some other filtering, but look at that. We did this all on our own. People, I'm so proud of you all. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of people watching on YouTube, on Twitch. I think we averaged around like 75, 80 people maybe watching the whole time. So I have a to-do list. My to-do list is to, hey, thanks for all the follows. My to-do list is to actually download all the data correctly and then upload it as maybe as month files into the Kaggle dataset. And then my next to do is to actually do some more analysis with this. So let's see what people are saying in chat. Amazing. We'd love to see other interesting findings in there in this data set. Yeah, so it's going to be on Kaggle. I'll remind you, this data set that we created will be here for you to take a look at if interested. I pasted it there. Now, some other things I want to let you guys know about. Our Discord. I'll paste the link chat here. We also, my YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch or something, you want to check out the YouTube. Exclamation point Kaggle. Take you to my Kaggle profile. You can find my data sets and many other data sets that I created on stream. Give them an upvote if you appreciate them. I'm trying to go for Kaggle Grandmaster and data sets. That would be fun. Don't want to beg, but I'm going to just throw it out there that it would be fun. All right. Oh, and then I want to make a notebook that's public. So, okay, on Twitch, what we do here is we like to raid people. We like to send all the viewers from Twitch, all 35 of you, over to a different streamers. stream. I don't see. Hey, thanks for the follow, Zarbin, Benedict, 0x. We got a bunch of new followers here, so you already upvoted. Thank you so much. All right, so the person we are rating on Twitch is Time Enjoyed. She streamed some Python Django stuff. I'm waiting for the advertisement to finish loading so I can see exactly what's going on. She's looking at pizza. Maybe she's making the website for the pizza. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and raid. So she's got Python going on, and we want to support those Pythonistas. Let me unmute hers. So we're going to do the raid, and thank you all for hanging out. Check out all my stuff. Oh, also, one I forget is my Twitter handle right here. Guys, I think we're going to hit the 2,500 follower mark next stream. It's going to be a party. Maybe between then and now, too. If you haven't checked me out on Twitch, please do that. Medallion Stallions currently the name. And keep coding. Keep having fun. Love you all. Really enjoyed tonight's stream. I thought it was a lot of fun. I hope you did, too. All right, let's go ahead and do this raid, shall we? 10 seconds. Bye, everyone. Type F in chat if you had fun. Thanks, everyone. All right, see you next time. Bye.